Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my mic's a little low there. Good evening and welcome back to another edition of Comicsgate Commandos number 28. How are we all doing tonight? Let me introduce my co-hosts here. Colonel Carbon Hart. What's going on, Colonel?
Hail. Yes, we're back.
There you are. We are back, folks. Let's introduce our medic, Dr. Ben. What's going on, Dr. Ben?
Patrick, anything from this show. I disagree with the entire premise of your question. The question that you're asking, and it's incredibly dangerous. Okay, it's the way that you're asking it, and it's because the people of Comicsgate are watching. You can't ask incredibly dangerous questions like that. Sensitive.
The one where I asked you how you were doing, that one? Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, folks. I'm so insensitive and bigoted and hateful. We have another guest before I announce our special guest for this evening. We've got the original General Scab.
Hell yeah.
How you doing, lads?
What's going on, Mike?
You all right?
Sir.
Hail, Johnny.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Dude, I got a mug just like that, Johnny. Yeah, you too.
This one.
Thanks for having me on the other night. And I'm sorry I couldn't make it on last night. I actually have friends in real life, folks. I know that sounds shocking. But it's real. They're real people. But let's get right into it here, shall we? Let me introduce our special guest for this evening, Aaron C. from Immortal Rising Comics. What's going on, Aaron?
What up? How's everybody?
Hello, Aaron.
Am I okay? Am I
How
roboting
are
at
you,
all?
man? You're a little behind. In the past,
You know what?
people jumped out and jumped back in, and then they were like right on sync. Okay, cool. He'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We're excited to talk about his comic book, Immortal Rising #2, Burnt Offerings, which we'll bring up on Indiegogo when he comes back here. I don't want to do it without him. Obviously, it's his campaign, and he's actually a special person. And we're going to talk about how special he is. All right, here, he's back. Go ahead.
All right. Is that anybody?
Try to say a little something.
Can you hear me now?
A little. There, that's good. It roboted for a second, but you're okay.
Now it's okay?
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. So we might as well just hand the floor over to you, Aaron. I'm going to steal Carbon's question he usually asks. How did you get into Comicsgate?
So I started making this comic, and as I was making, I met Jose Garcia, and I had already done the book with somebody else. I tried selling that; it didn't go anywhere. I was like, "Hey, Jose, what can I do about networking and all this other stuff?" Michael Bancroft and Comicsgate. So I checked out and it was, I fell in love with the chat and just started following. And that's probably been like 3 years or something like that. So
nice. Very nice indeed.
I'm like paranoid now. Am I okay or no?
You are kind of you're kind of bouncing in and out. There's times where you're totally fine, and then you'll say one word and it'll pause for a second and then bring you back in.
Yeah.
Is there a way you can plug into your Ethernet cable or something?
We're just gonna have to deal with it. I mean, for the most part, we can make out what you're saying. So it's not a big deal. So for the most part, you're good.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with StreamYard lately. It's been screwing up for me. So
StreamYard shit.
Yeah, it's been messing around with a lot of people.
Is I can just reboot my computer and come back.
Why don't we pull up the campaign and take a look at it?
Mind if I start going over? Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah. While you're doing that, we'll bring the campaign up, and then you can come on back.
Right on. Sorry, guys.
All right. Sounds good. No, you're fine. It happens all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, Immortal Rising #2, Burnt Offerings. The line here is 5 strangers. Excuse me. 5 strangers must survive a monster invasion from the stars as the gods position for battle. And let's go ahead and watch the trailer here, shall we?
I'll find you, Locutus, my creator. From your chaotic bones I shall make my order. Congratulations, recruits.
I'm so excited.
I don't want to babysit 2 spoiled princes.
I need to make a good impression for the soldiers. This is a silly waste of time.
What? Is it my long-lost magic ruby? Empress, find my ruby.
Your will is my command, my master. We're invading Terra to find Bame's ruby.
Go forth, save the innocent, and punish the wicked.
Yes, Father. I have an easy life. But is that all there is?
The ruby could win this war once and for all. Let's kick the nest and see what falls out.
Locutus calls to his creations for help.
Where are we?
What are those things? We have to get out of here.
Have the gods gone mad?
The Bomanites have invaded Terra. Has the last shard of Locutus' heart been found?
The war cannot continue without the heart. We can't risk losing it if it's there.
You've come to the wrong place. Terra is under my protection.
Very nice.
Is this like a religious
cool
comic?
Stuff? Go ahead. No, I don't think he's. I don't not like like. I don't think like the way you would think about a religious comic. I think it's more like space gods. But we'll Aaron can let us know. Oh, there he is.
Is that any better?
Oh yeah.
Up here.
That's
Much better. Oh yeah.
15 minutes in and it finally works. Sorry about that, guys.
No, it's cool. So let us know about your comic. Do you want to control the Indiegogo or do you want me to scroll through it as we talk?
Oh, you can scroll through all you like. All right, so I guess I'll just do a quick breakdown. It's an epic fantasy touch of survival horror. If you've ever played Castlevania and Final Fantasy, it's a really good with a bit of an anime aesthetic. So there's a second part of a 3-part arc where we follow 5 kind of like, thrust together and put into had no idea what was going on, right? They're transported to a foreign world.
Mm-hmm.
They find themselves surrounded by monsters of all kinds. The 5 of them are very different, right? Like they come from, and so not only do they have to fight off these monsters on the outside, between each other, right? And that's kind of the first arc of is the team really figuring out how to be a team, makes them different. So, which is pretty cool. And the special Immortal Rising, other than the setting, is also that so the main story is like first level kind of guys. If you've ever played dudes, and then I have like a Clash of the Titans kind of thing. Follow the same events with like. You get like a first level view and like a 20 of everything going of this war that's raging right on this one planet, and that's where we pick it up.
Very nice.
Uh-oh. Did you lose me, or is it okay? It's just real quiet.
Look, I didn't even know. Are you there? You there?
No.
Aaron? No, can't hear us. Uh-oh. Folks in the chat, can you hear us? Let us know in the chat, please. If there's.
No, I believe you're good, Patrick. I think Aaron's having some issues
here.
But in any case, let me talk about his book anyway. And on the off chance that he could hear me.
Yeah.
Maybe
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Yeah, I
Okay,
definitely picked up some. You mentioned Final Fantasy, and I was definitely getting some RPG, old school RPG story and aesthetic vibes. You know, you got the cast of characters with the different, almost like D&D archetypes, and this kind of epic, like almost apocalyptic quest that seems to happen in RPGs also, like Final Fantasy, of course. But yeah, no, I dig it. It's cool. Jose Garcia obviously has a bit of this hybrid anime art style, right? With the faces look a little bit like anime, and that works for this, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Jose, you know, it goes together like peanut butter and chocolate. It's and I met him before he got into so when I met him, that's what he was interested. He was like, "Hey, so yeah, we've been at this for a few years now."
Does he does the coloring too, I assume?
Yeah, he does everything. He does the dialogue balloons. Although I've recently been going back over and kind of changing some of the dialogue and moving balloons around his art off a little bit better, you know. Sometimes he puts balloons in
No, I
yeah, and on this one, I've got.
We want to see that though.
I offer quite a bit of stuff. Like, you know, I got the two, got the 4 floppies, which it's the same story. I just took the premiums and cut. I also offer a couple of ash cans that we did together. They're sure. We did for other like was a black and white we did for Arrow Comics. Which has no, it was like a dystopian future story, and then the other one was for Anvil magazine that you know, it's in follow the main story at all. So
and what would you say your biggest influences
get one
in the comic book world?
1 and 2.
Who were your favorite artists?
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
He might not be able to get the is it breaking up on your end over there, Aaron?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, let's try. I'm sorry, Scab. Nice to meet you, by the way, Scab. What?
Nice to meet you. I was just saying, what are your biggest influences in the comic book world? Like your favorite artists?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Like Jim Lee, I guess a lot of the '90s guys. Mark, Todd McFarlane, pretty much all the. I could keep going on, I suppose. Portaccio, I think that's how you pronounce that. Beasley, I love Beasley. I think his artwork is, man, some of his stuff like his Terminator, or his Judge Dredd, loved it.
I love Judge Dredd. I'm a big Judge Dredd fan.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I actually just watched the Stallone Judge Dredd movie the other day because something reminded me of it, and it turns out it's free on YouTube. You can watch the whole movie on YouTube for free.
Nice.
And I think it's well, obviously it was huge,
It's good.
but
It's all right for a laugh, isn't it?
I think it's underappreciated. I really think it's an underappreciated movie.
Oh,
well, the one with Carl Urban.
No, Stallone.
Oh, the Stallone one. Right on. I haven't seen that one in forever.
The first one,
obviously
Stallone.
It's hilarious. I mean, no one can deny that. But at the same time, like, it was entertaining. Like I thought they executed the plot was decent in the Stallone movie, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think you might have wanted to keep the helmet on.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Tim. It's like the Tim Burton Batman take, isn't it? It's like based on the story, but not really. It's just a mix.
Rico was really good in it.
Johnny, you can correct, or anybody can correct me, really. I know that Johnny's a big... he was, yeah. Johnny, do you feel like... Because I read a lot of the older stuff, and I felt like the Stallone movie was more in line with the comics than the Carl Urban one. How do you feel? How do you guys feel about that?
I don't know, Judge Dredd.
Yeah, I think the Carl
don't
Urban
very much at all about it, do you? Dr. Ben, I need your answer right now.
The comic books, but the Stallone one's more fun.
Really?
Well, who's the
fair enough? Fair enough.
Armando Sante.
Well, anyway,
he played a great bad.
Yeah, Armando Sante was hilarious in that movie. I still quote him to this day.
Nice.
There's a scene where when he's introduced in the movie for the first time, and a package arrives to the warden, and then the warden asks what it was, and then Armando Sante takes it and he goes, "It's a puzzle that reveals the secret of life." And then the warden asks him, "What is the secret of life?" And then it turns into a gun, and he points it at him and he goes, "It ends." He just shoots him. Shoots him there. That was great.
Cold.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. So, right now you're at 3,405. Aaron, how long is this? So 27 days left. Are you going to go to in demand after that, or are you going to cut it off right there?
No, I think I'm going to cut it off. I did that with my first campaign, and then I made a storefront. I'm sure if I'm going to do that this time, I may just do my own website. If there's any kind of real cost to it. So, yeah. Since I'm at 3,400, at 3,500, everybody gets a chibi of the blue girl, the Empress. They're I think they're like 2 inches by 2 inches. So the collection.
Nice.
Stallone one had more stuff you would see.
Very cool.
That one. Isn't that what you already said, or did he just say the same thing you said?
Yeah. See, I don't know. Maybe I've read different comics than what other people have read. I read the old stuff where like a story is completed in a page, so like a page and a half maybe, and it's all kind of like retro futurist and kind of goofy, and that's what reminded me of the Stallone one. I love the Carl Urban one. I just but then again, I'm not as big a Judge Dredd fan as a lot of you guys, so I wouldn't know for sure.
Well, the comic is grittier.
I brought up the Judge Dredd with the Beasley art because I read Judge Death versus Judge Dredd, And that one was just like, I mean, that was phenomenal. That had a pretty good impact on me, you know, at least for my appreciation of Beasley.
Yeah, that was cool. The comic is definitely grittier.
Was he the same
than-
guy who did the Batman vs. Judge Dredd comic?
I think he did. Yeah. He also did some Terminator work as well for, was it Dark Horse?
And Lobo.
Nice.
I feel like I'm still behind.
I've got a lot of delay. I'm going to jump out and jump back in. Hopefully that solves my problem. Well, I think I've got the problem too. So I'm going to jump out and jump back in. I'll be right back.
All right. Man, having a tough day.
We got a few people on here who unfortunately having some delays. I think Johnny also, being that he's across the pond, has a delay.
Yeah. Welcome back. We could do this, damn it. We're the Commandos.
Thank you. Yes, we can. Are you, Aaron, are you across the pond as well?
No, actually, I am in the Midwest of America. I'm right on the Mississippi River. Beautiful country.
So we're real close to one another. Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country if you ever get the chance to travel through America.
Have you ever been on the
Yeah, we're gonna have Johnny over sometime, and the Commandos will take him around town. We'll show him all of the United States.
Let's get him
He'll
hammered.
realize he wants to move here because his country's a fascist shithole.
Yeah, I don't think that Europeans realize how much space there is in America. You know.
Yeah, actually, even Americans forget.
I'll be there one day.
I feel like a lot of Americans forget how big the U.S. actually is too. You know, because it's
Right.
very easy to stay. You know, whether you grew up in a city, you stay in that city. Only once you really go cross country, you know, like then you see how much empty space there is. And
Yeah.
This whole argument, there's a modern argument where some people, I won't go into detail yet, maybe later on in the show, but they want to say that, oh, it's overpopulated. We have overpopulation. Therefore, we're going to depopulate. And it's complete bullshit. The United States is not over. You could actually fit all Americans into the state of Texas. It's true. The entire population
I
of the
believe it.
country, can fit in the state of Texas.
Not sure I'd want to live in
Like
Texas
lined up
right
next
now.
to one another, or like
liquefied?
What's wrong with Texas?
Everybody gets like an acre? That would be cool.
I bet you it still wouldn't be as dense as New York City, though. Because New York City, I think, is the densest city in America.
Yeah, I've seen on the news, New York has so many people that there are actually some people who are like living in the sewers and crawling out of grates. I don't know what that was about, but really weird.
Oh my God, you're gonna start this? Did Dr. Ben put you up to this? Did he tell you to bring this shit up?
Well, you know, the funny thing is, people have been living in the sewers. Go ahead, Johnny. Johnny was going to say
To a
something.
Jews, that is.
The sewer Jews, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, is that what that
Jew
was?
trickery.
Wow.
But actually, people have been living in the New York subways since
God.
I think since the 70s. So that's not really new, actually.
I wouldn't doubt if it was since they were created, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's stories of like entire other cities underneath the subway.
I had a mate who used to live in the sewer.
In the
Is
sewer?
that one of the guys of your band, Johnny?
Does Johnny look like he's frozen?
Oh, Johnny's frozen.
He does, yeah.
No, it was
for
a
a
homeless
second
guy. He lived in the canal drain.
In the canal drain.
So he got like free baths, I guess. Sorry. Bad jokes.
back in Manchester. It was a guy I used to.
I think it's
guy I used to call Bob Robert, and he lived in the drain.
Oh, right.
That would be terrible.
Like a Ninja Turtle.
That would be
like
terrible.
a fucking Ninja Turtle.
That'd be like a real drain.
Yeah, like a
on you, I
Ninja
would say.
Turtle, but smellier and drunk.
Well, I mean, you have that. If you're living in those
You did that
conditions, wouldn't you
karate.
want to be drunk? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Real quick, folks, let me go over all of our people, all of our beautiful, lovely chat members here, because I have been neglecting them like a bad parent. We've got Frederick Dumont.
So
He says, bankrupt the deep state. We have obviously Aaron C. from Immortal Rising Comics. We have Adam Weber. I think this is his second or third time showing up to Comicsgate Commandos. Hail. We have Abu Khan, who's causing a lot of issues over in England right now. But we thank you, sir, for showing up. We appreciate it.
Abu Khan is
We
not
have
going to be
Hansel
happy.
Hauser, who his people caused. Is he? Well, if he's one of your mods, Johnny, I know he can take a joke. We've got Hansel Hauser here, whose people caused even more problems for people in Europe. We have that was a World War II joke, folks. We have Mr. Self-Destruct. Hey, Mr. Self-Destruct, how are you, dude? Hansel at it again with the trees. This time he surrounded them with lightning bolts. Nice. We have Wolf and Bear.
That's a helmet.
We have
Pat. That's a helmet by.
Yeah, you look. You can take your Marxist revisionist history and shove it, buddy. I know those are trees. I know what those are. We have Transylvania Jack. What's up, dog? We have. I'm gonna keep going here. I know I've missed some people. We have Dr. Ben. There, look at that. He's right there, and he's right there. We have Felix Smith. We have BA Vigilantes Creed. What's up, BA? How you doing, man? We have a toy fanboy. Nice. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the show. We have where is she? Where'd she go? There she is. We have Kamikaze. You know who that is, Johnny?
Uh-oh.
Who's that?
Oh,
operating a drone.
Well, Cammy.
That's what it looks like.
What's up, Cammy?
We have Hojo. What's up, Hojo? How you doing, man? We have. I think I'm caught up. I think that's everybody. If I did not name you, you should yell at me and call me names or something. You should call me a slur. I'm Irish, so figure out a slur that you can use against me.
Greedy Mick.
And thanks for sharing that, Dr. Ben. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you dirty Mick.
Why I oughta. Yeah. We have Forrest Pub. What's up, Forrest?
Hey.
Came in just in time for the slurs. Fantastic.
Perfect timing.
It's the part of the show where we start the slurs. Excellent.
Yeah, now
I know Johnny's been holding it back this whole time. He hates Irish people.
Well, you know, if you listen to Darwin,
Yeah,
the Irish are less evolved than the Negro. So yeah, you got that.
Ah.
Yeah,
Darwin,
Dr. Ben
100%
gets it.
correct on everything he ever said, said Patrick sarcastically.
So the Mississippi River.
The tunnel dwellers.
Now the Mississippi River is coming out of Aaron. You gonna tell us about tales of the Mississippi River?
Yeah, don't go kayak in Mississippi when it's over flooded. How about that?
Listen, Huckleberry Finn is one of my favorite
I rolled by
books.
on my kayak. You're like,
Yep.
fantastic.
Look, we're all
Oh,
racist over
God.
here, okay?
A little bit of light racism on Comicsgate Commandos, ladies and gentlemen.
At least it's against the Irish.
Some light detraction last week. Yeah, hey, well, you know, the Irish, they're, you know, they can afford it.
Well, it's safe because you're white, so I can make fun of white people.
Well, there's so much going on in the
Right,
world,
right,
and
exactly.
every week I feel like there's so many new current events, right, Patrick? We got the new Haitian influx that happened in Ohio. That happened since last week.
Oh man.
They're eating the dogs.
Cats.
Yeah, and the cats.
Dude, Carbon, could you turn yourself up a smidge, please?
Oh,
At
okay.
least for me.
There
Take
you
your
go.
Patrick volume dial and turn that up, please.
That
Thank
should be
you.
better.
I like the
Appreciate
whole Wolverine.
Abu Khan says
got going on.
Kufar. What,
You
like
said the Wolverine?
Yes. Yeah. Wolverine.
Please, sir. I'm from Ohio. Wolverines are. It's like Michigan stuff.
Well, I was referencing, Red Dawn, but that's fine.
I have a question for Johnny, actually, since he's here.
He's kind of here.
Johnny, in the beginning of the Malin's Mysteries, you referenced it was set in the future, in the alternate reality. And a lot of it was the repercussions of the release of Cash Grab 6. I was wondering if you had, did you make any sort of, description of Cash Grab 6?
Oh yeah. Well, Cash Grab 6 was so bad. It upset everyone. And it started the Third World War. The internet is really lagging behind. Everyone's gone quiet all of a sudden.
You're just roboting, at least on my end.
Yeah, I think we have a lag between.
Uh-oh. That's how bad it was.
That's pretty
That's
rough.
how bad Cash Grab 6 was, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick, we still need to make that reel that I talked about, where we just have a video looping of Johnny smoking a cigarette, and we just have him.
I know.
Right?
He's a busy guy. I've tried to get him to record it for me. Let me add him back
Need
in
someone
here.
in
There
the
you are,
chat
Johnny.
to create the.
Sorry about that. My internet's really fucked up.
Yeah. Commando down.
It's okay, Johnny. Johnny, you should just make Cash Grab 6. You should legitimately make it and then release it before he does. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. But just do it with 3D assets and then sell it.
Yes.
Yes. That's an option.
You just steal panels from the old ones.
Do that?
Yeah, you cut out panels from the old ones and you make a new one. It's great.
I
feel like the story would involve Kamala Harris. Maybe after she becomes president, it's revealed that she's actually Muslim, and then she actually imports millions of Muslims into the country. And tries to start what do they call it? Sharia law in the United States.
Yeah.
And then we'd have World War III officially occur.
Yeah. And a bunch of white liberal women vote for it because they think they're saying Sharon law, and they think that's like a kind of like a Karen thing. And okay, all right, that wasn't a good joke. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna shut up.
That's fine. I liked it.
Frederick Gumont says, I'm pushing the envelope. Gonna have 5D assets. Oh shit, dog.
Shit.
5D assets, ladies and gentlemen.
He went plaid.
5D assets is like what Kamala Harris. Okay, that was going to be a bad joke too. I'm sorry, guys. I'm off my game today. I was going to say something about Kamala Harris and sucking dicks and 5 asses, and
Holy shit!
I don't know. Somebody in the chat, figure that joke out for me, please.
That escalated.
I know.
You got to throw in some P Diddy as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think she's probably been to some
Yes!
Diddy parties. I guarantee you she's been to a Diddy party.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, more like diddle party, you know.
I'll guarantee you Diddy wasn't interested in her.
The amount of memes.
We have
is
Katie
like,
Good saying, "Be there in 10 minutes or less." Hi, Katie. See you in a bit.
Good luck. We're having a hard time.
I could have sworn I
Yeah.
just had a picture
Not in a
of
fun way either.
Speaking of Diddy, since we mentioned Diddy, you guys remember how originally he went by Puff Daddy? That was his original name, right?
Yeah. Oh,
And then
Puff Daddy.
around the year 2000, something like around then, is when he first decided to change his moniker, and he announced it on MTV. I remember this, and it was Diddy Dirty Money.
Whoa, I remember that one. That's
yeah,
great.
he went from Puff Daddy to Diddy Dirty Money, which obviously is accurate.
Yeah.
Or Diddy Dirty Dick, something like that.
Ugh.
And then he shortened it to Diddy.
All these
But
jolly
doesn't it sound like when
pirate
he's called
nicknames.
P Diddy? Doesn't it sound like Peen Diddler? Doesn't it come to anybody else's mind?
Oh yeah,
If
that's
you
what I
can
said
hear me,
earlier.
guys, my internet is fucking terrible, so I'm gonna say goodnight to you all. Bad. I'll watch you. Have a good night, chat. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for coming in, Johnny.
Thanks for coming
Thanks,
by,
Johnny.
Johnny.
Take
Have
it
a good
easy,
night,
Johnny.
man.
Nice to meet you.
Well, in the words of the ever-loving blue-eyed idol of millions, what a revolting development that is. Anybody? Please tell me there's somebody who knows what that is.
Oh man. It
Of course,
sounds so
Bub says
familiar.
Diddy was checking Bieber for wires in a recent interview. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I don't think he was checking him for wires. Probably checking him for something else. He was self-reporting this entire time. Transylvania Jack, that was what I was gonna bring up. Like a lot of these elitist scumbags, oftentimes they'll say what they're doing right in front of you, or they'll put it in a movie, and they'll just be like, "Yeah, we're doing it," and it's like they have to tell you because it's like a flaunt of power almost. What do you guys think about that?
We talked about that predictive programming.
And I've also heard it. I've heard it referred to as the revelation of the method. Right? They have to tell you what they're doing to avoid any karmic debt. Does that make any sense?
We got a smart guy here. Aaron knows his stuff.
Yeah,
here.
Nice. Nice. Karmic debt.
Mm.
Okay, we started in the karmic debt, folks. Fucking buckle up. Let's go.
45 minutes. We're into it.
That's right. Oh man,
Yeah, that's absolutely
Dude, I've heard
true.
that too. That they think that by telling you what they're doing, and you, even if you understand it or not, they're guilt free. Like they're good to do whatever they want to do to you as long as they tell you they're doing it, which is
Right.
wild.
Well, you're there's probably a lot of Christians, right? It's like when Pontius Pilate washed his hands, right? He's like, well, this decision is not on me. You're consenting, all of that.
Yep. Well, if you think about it, look at the movies that have come out and the things that have been revealed. I mean, briefly, let me just quickly give you a list. You had movies reveal adrenochrome, right? And the idea of scaring children so that their blood can be filled with adrenaline, right? Then you even had Monsters, Inc., a children's movie in which monsters gained their strength through scaring children. So a straight up demonic story. You had fetuses being used as a recipe for eternal life, or a fountain of youth, so to speak. And that turned out to be true, as we know, with fetuses being used in America for cosmetics. And the list goes on and on. All these things were shown in movies decades ago and found out later on to be true.
Yeah.
Mr. Self-Destruct says Ben calling in an airstrike, or he'd be on this topic. What are you doing, Ben? Paying a bill? Is that what's going on there?
Yeah. He's making Mossad doesn't bomb him.
Brother. Yeah, he's muted. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. Dr. Ben seems to be on their side. He keeps trying to get me to talk ill about Mossad, on live stream, and it's like I value my life though. You know what I mean? Like I want to live.
Yeah.
Forrest Pub says 50 Cent called out Diddy for wanting to take him shopping. It was downhill from then.
I mean,
Johnny said before he left
Kanye.
here, thanks for having me on. It's that
called
time
him
of
a
night when the
Fed.
internet's shit. That he did, yeah. So what do you guys? Okay, so then let me bring this up to you guys. We've seen the Kanye shit, all the the back and the forth, the he's crazy, he's not, the he's Christian, he's not, yada yada yada. And now we see all this stuff coming out about we got P. Diddy, we got that whole interview that what's his name? The comedian, what's his name? It's literally on the top of my head.
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams, thank you. That interview. We have obviously the whole Epstein list, which has still not been revealed by any politician. So in regards to all of that stuff coming out about the things Kanye has been saying and, the things he's gotten canceled for, what do you guys think in general about Kanye West and what he's been saying and like his mental state and all that kind of stuff?
Won't be have any more problems from Mossad agent Matt Barr anymore.
Well, Kanye, you're completely right that people are starting to pull out the clips from his so-called manic episode in which he basically called out, the industries in the U.S. run by those who will not be named. And the biggest, the biggest reveal of that whole episode.
Not tells it for us here.
Oh,
as soon as Kanye called out all of these things in the industry and people in power, he literally was canceled, probably in one of the biggest ways out of most celebrities, because his bank accounts were actually canceled. Literally, they made it almost impossible for him to live if he didn't have millions of dollars already in cash and assets. And if it weren't for that, though, if it were any other normal person, like, you'd become homeless. So,
well,
I feel
all
like
right.
that
So
was telling.
I want to say this though. I know it's a name that some people like or other people have all this baggage towards, but Owen Benjamin was absolutely canceled just for coming back against the trans, and then also he went on like a Jew rant for like 2 years or something. So completely persona non grata, and very similar effect. But of course, him and Kanye also kind of became celebrity type friends, so I don't know. I'm not going to say everything is the Jays or nothing, but at the same time, there's obviously a powerful group of them, and they're making a lot of, they get to pull a lot of strings when you're in power. So, yep.
Dude, I'm glad you mentioned Owen Benjamin. He is, one, hilarious as a person, and two,
I mean, myself, I am a bear.
I've
listened to him for years.
You are? Nice, nice.
Definitely.
I found out about him when I got
bear.
on Twitter. That's how I found, and I started watching what he was saying, and he's got a great there are the people who are like, it's all the small hats and all that. But he does a great point, and it really did change me, because I was getting into that, like, oh, this is the group I should be mad at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's like, no. Like, you have the choice to choose for yourself how you're going to react to all this stuff around you. And you can choose to watch the porn. You can choose to take the drugs. You can yada, 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 or you can choose not to. And
it's all like, consent.
Whoa, like, he's right. Like,
it's all
exactly.
It's all done by consent.
Crazy.
Now, it's true. There is going to be rich, powerful people over top of our lives. It will always be that way. It's always been that way. But at the what is that? Worry. But at the same time,
it looks like
it's up to you to subscribe to the narratives. Like, we see this played out constantly with all the hyper propaganda going on right now, especially in an election year, and it probably has been for the past 8 years at least. And it's like, how much do you want to believe? Like, I've got Democrat coworkers who believe everything the TV tells them, And it's like, and then on the other side, I've got, friends who believe everything that comes out on the conspiracy theory side. It's like, guys, just pump the brakes, use a little bit of discernment and realize that you are consenting to fall for these things, like just stop. And
Yeah,
don't
I'm
give
glad
them
you
power.
said that because also
it is
sometimes you need to control yourself from falling into the rabbit hole a little bit too intensely.
Yeah.
Like I like Owen Benjamin also, but I feel like he definitely has a manic personality, similar to Kanye, where like there's times where Kanye, it's like the content of what he's trying to get across, you feel that there's truth behind it, but since he's so manic about it, he comes off crazier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Sure.
Real quick, folks, I need to do a couple things. Real quick housekeeping here. I want to say hello to Survive Infinity 0088, Hail Comicsgate, and to the Commandos. Hail Survive Infinity. Welcome. Thank you for joining us again. We've got Chris Owry. I think, Chris, you've been on this show once before, if I'm not mistaken. He says, y'all act like none of y'all vacation at Bohemian Grove and touch tips. So bougie. Yeah,
no.
Touching tips. That's what we're all about over here.
Sounds awfully gay.
Before I do this. And then Catalyst Vault says, funny they never asked me an effing thing. Hello, Catalyst Vault. And ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce another special guest we have here, Katie Did from Katie Did Clips. Hello, Katie.
What?
How are you?
Hey, Katie.
Hello. Hello,
muted,
gentlemen.
Oh, there you are.
Oh.
Hey,
Hell
Katie.
Comicsgate.
Good to see you.
Hell Commandos.
Oh, no.
Good to see you, Carbon Heart, and everybody. Are we all on delay too? Am I on delay as well?
No,
I
good.
think General Q's a little delayed, but I think everybody else might be all right.
I think you're right.
Okay.
But that's all right.
Good.
We'll get through it.
So you know what we're going to do then if I'm delayed, because I don't want to be delayed talking to you guys. I like this conversation is a good conversation. We're talking about, as Johnny says, God damn it, Johnny. You and Ben are killing me today. Okay, I'm going to jump out. I will be back in a second. I'm going to restart my computer. So give me about 2.5 minutes, about 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Carbon, time me. All right. See you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Katie,
How's it?
did you hear our conversation about all of these scary things and conspiracies happening in the United States? What do you think about those things?
I heard Dave talk a little bit about it. Fill me in, just so I don't make sure I got it right.
Are you familiar with Owen Benjamin?
Yes.
Yeah, and so we brought up Owen Benjamin and a lot of the things that he got canceled for, bringing up conspiracy theories of things like, the shadow cabal that's responsible for the industries in the United States, the chosen people being, the power behind the banks and Hollywood and satanic rituals and all that stuff. You ever dabble in conspiracy theories?
Oh yeah, I've dabbled in a lot of conspiracy theories. So let's see. It all started back then with like the whole island and all that conspiracy crazy stuff, which ended up becoming fruition, which happened. No, I've and then like the 5G. I think I've heard of that conspiracy too of how 5G is bad for us. And
I haven't seen that one play out yet though. Because they were like, oh, you get the jab and you got the metal in your body, and then the 5G, turns you into something. I don't know. So I haven't seen that one yet, though. I've only heard about it.
It's funny that you brought up the 5G because I haven't heard that for a while. I only heard about it prior to it being implemented, like before it became standardized. But what a coincidence, because look what just happened over across the pond where Israel was able to detonate pagers that Hezbollah had. And so
I heard. Okay, so that's what Dave at BTM was talking about, was that. And apparently they when people picked up the pagers, it like blew up and like blew their face off and shit.
Or even in their pants.
Heard.
There's actually video footage. There's video footage of people just like standing around and their pants blowing up. Which I have to admit, it's pretty epic.
I mean, it happened to me too in my teenage and 20s, so I get that. but maybe it's a little. Just kidding.
A different kind of eruption.
Yeah, a different kind. My bad. Uncontrollable boom, you know?
Sorry, that's where my head went at first, so it's okay. I just wasn't going to say anything.
Yep.
Oh, gosh.
Welcome back.
Oh.
It's awesome now. It was all my fault the whole time. I should have known. You know, my parents always told me it was always my fault, so I should have just known.
Oh, buddy, I'm sorry.
If my parents are watching, I'm sorry. This is a joke, Mom. God. I'm trying to entertain. Johnny Scab says, I'll be a glorious Jew. Other Jews are looking, at how Jewish I was.
Is that Johnny? Oh, it sounds just like Johnny.
Dude, thank you. I'm his body double, his official body double.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about it. Frederick Mott says, one child was hurt as well because he was close to his father. Ben, take command, says Johnny. Actually, Carbon would be the next in line there because Colonel's a Kerbin and Ben's a lowly medic.
I am a colonel now, Johnny. That means I'm in command.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, you got real. You acted like Dirty Harry just then.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, my God.
Johnny.
Has anybody brought up the concept that perchance, what does that mean? Oh, like ecstasy? Is that what I just did? Is that what he's saying? He's extra smiling.
Yeah, yes. I don't know.
Because you started talking shit in the chat, and I'm trying to not laugh.
I was muted the whole time. I'm like, they're not. Every time I'd say something, like no one was. I'm like,
Ben's muted, and I'm the one who's extra smiley. Ben just ripped the fat bong and then muted himself and forgot to turn himself back on.
All right, we're just going to say the technical side of this show did not start off right for the first hour. Okay, now let's go. The rest of the show is fine. Let's do it.
Yep. Now you on track. What happened?
Oh God, the internet. You know what it is? It's probably Mossad or the CIA or the ATF or the CIA or the FBI.
Clearly,
you know, we pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah, it's all the alphabets.
You know, it's funny. Cecil had a stream last week where he was talking about. Well, it was right after the second assassination attempt on Trump, and then he was mentioning how he believes that the alphabet agencies have something to do with it, and that they're not going to stop. And then, but his stream froze immediately after he said that. It was insane.
Ooh.
And then he came back like 3 minutes later, and he's like, "I guess I should change the subject."
Yeah.
Wow. Well, YouTube is cracking down hard right now. I mean, they are keeping their eyes on everything right now. So.
Are they? So we should probably stop talking about the Jews then, huh? I'm sorry. I'm I'm the worst kind. Carbon should be hosting this show because the moment somebody says, "Hey, we probably shouldn't talk about this because of the YouTube algorithms," I'm like, "Well, let's talk about that thing then."
Yeah.
I'm just so fuck the system. Like, I don't care, but I'm okay.
You're American.
Yep.
Oh,
the bong doctor, Ben, the lowly medic. He's not lowly. He's very high all the time.
What?
I tell you, I get no respect around here. You know what I'm saying? I can't do a good Ben impersonation. I gotta practice my Ben impersonation.
See, this is the thing, and the reason I brought up Cash Grab before, or Cash Grab 6, is that ever since, I got Cash Grab myself, the first one, my life is just it has turned around. I have court legal cases suddenly settled in my favor. Medical cases, cures have been found for conditions that I had.
Nice.
Yeah,
You must have donated heftily to the Church of Cecil's Kindness.
Just from getting just the basic book, I mean, not basic. I got the double. I got this and the Dirt Worm Doug, but I understand it's the Cash Grab is where the juju is.
That's the mojo. Yeah.
And I see you're wearing red.
Penis extension, all of it.
So I'm saying it's my new man. I got the sign came in. You see my sign I got back there? I got a brand new sign for the comics.
I noticed
Yeah,
that.
dude, that's a nice sign. Very nice sign indeed.
I'm so excited. I got oh, hold on.
While he's getting that, I'll read some of the chats here. Johnny Scab says, Cecil assassinated Kennedy. It's true, a bloke said. Probably a bloke
You
from
do
Britain.
really good at personating Johnny. You do a really
Right?
good
Like,
job.
Is that Johnny?
I've been practicing British accents my whole life. Hold on, let me bring Dr. Ben up here. Let me
make me big real quick.
me big.
I got
Make me
Prince.
big. Ring.
I got
Like
Prince.
the singer?
Hey, I remember when you were working on that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got Prince of that. The thing from Ripperologist magazine. His picture of all that. I just like that picture because
Yeah.
And
Upside.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's a mermaid
Prince
with a, is that
that's the fan art for Little Mermaid.
yeah.
Nice.
And what's the other one? And then the seven shebang. That's going to be like the title for the different portions about recent tragedy involving Ed Biscore. So,
Very nice.
as you know, me and all the. I figured Prince of like the Gaza stuff wouldn't be too cool, but I mean,
Wait, let me bring
Prince
it
of
back
like
up. Let me show that again.
that's what I'm saying.
Put that in front of your whole screen so the folks can see it at home. There we go. Look at that.
That looks nice.
Yeah.
I love the guy on the right, the Secret Service.
Yeah.
Right. He looks
Yeah,
awesome.
he's just mugging.
Yeah. He's like, he just got shot. I'm not even bothered at all.
I mean, it's just such a iconic. You know what I mean? It's just it just captures everything. You know what I mean? Like just that moment of him, like, and it's funny, not funny, but like when I saw the news about it, I was watching Cecil's stream. I was watching it when it happened. He was like going over and watching as like all the news was coming in.
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah.
Wait. Abu Khan says it's an explosive conversation. Mr. Self-Destruct says it's beep tube. You guys heard that, right? Erectile dysfunction, cuted. What is that? Cured, even, is what he's meant to say.
There it is.
He's talking about Dr. Ben there.
Yes.
Adam Weber says, if you still have a Tamagotchi and it starts beeping tomorrow, stay away from it, bro. Anybody here have Tamagotchi? I had a Tamagotchi. Anybody else here? Is that too?
I did not.
Go. Okay. There was a period where like people had Tamagotchis and not. Now in retrospect, maybe mating my Tamagotchi with my sister's Tamagotchi is a little weird.
It's a little weird.
Think about it.
Maybe. I mean,
Tamagotchi is a perfect example of something that you think back on. And it's like, how fucking stupid am I that I bought into this ridiculous?
But it was so
No,
cool
no.
back then.
Really?
Dude. It was so cool.
Let's not
I
forget
wish they'd bring it
that.
back.
Let's not forget
I'd buy a
that
Tamagotchi.
Gen X fell for pet rocks. Okay, so you're
Yes.
fine. Tamagotchi is fine.
I remember that being like the little explanation from my mother to my dad. Like my dad was like, "Why? This is dumb." And my mom was like, "It's like a pet rock. It's not any worse than that." And he was like, "Oh,
There we
pet
go.
rock-
yeah."
The pet rock is dumber, but I don't think it caught on as much. Like, because not everybody got that. Like, every kid had a Tamagotchi. You know what I mean? Like, the pet rock, not every kid got that. But marketing is ridiculous. It's insane.
You guys ever thought about how we're so old now that if we were to tell younger people, like people who are 21 years old, people who can drink, if we were to say to them, "Yeah, there was this fad where people had pet rocks," like we would say that to them, and they'd be like, "You're joking, right? Like that's not actually serious, right?"
We just don't be like, go YouTube VH1's We Love This 80s, okay?
Right.
Or I love the 80s. And
Right.
you'll get it figured out.
They're like, "What's a VHS?" The Church of Ceaseless
shit.
Kindness says, "Dr. Ben is one of us." Okay. Dr. Ben is one of us. The Lord Cecil shines upon his glorious mustache.
I've seen this guy in our chat and in the comments.
Uh-huh.
Who the fuck is this person?
I think I have an idea. I think I got a little.
Is this Cecil himself?
Little inkling. I don't think it's Cecil. Why would Cecil be the head of his own church? You know what I mean? You got to have somebody else to be the head of your church so they can get money.
See, this is why I was mad at Johnny before too, because he was mad at Cecil. So it was a love triangle thing. You know, like.
Speaking of which, Johnny says, Ben's a spy for Cecil's army. I imagine Cecil's army dressing like the Beatles on Sergeant Pepper.
That'd be cool.
Oh God. All right, well, guys, I'm going to have to get going. I got to start my my little weeb show. So, but I'm glad I could stop by and hang out for a little bit. I would have come on sooner, but
right.
I couldn't
Your show,
find my
Katie.
camera.
That she decided to put on Wednesday night. Right, exactly. Right.
It's because I'm off on Thursdays. Okay.
Apparently,
Like,
everybody,
come on.
not only Katie, but a lot of people now are streaming on Wednesday nights.
I just saw that Dark Gift is streaming The Slumlords. Does that always happen
getting
Wednesday
tough.
night?
Yes, he always
I don't
streams
know.
on Wednesday nights. Mhm.
Oh, I probably didn't.
We're gonna
notice
have
it.
to up the ante on here and start getting really crazy.
Oh
But
yeah.
anyway, Katie, it was great
Mhm.
having you on here. Good to see you.
Good to see you
Thanks,
guys
Katie. Thanks for
too.
coming
I'll be back on. Hopefully, I'll get on a little sooner and hang out with you guys. But appreciate it, Commandos.
Good to see you,
I will
Katie.
see you later.
Have a good
Yeah.
night,
Bye,
Katie.
guys.
Could Mr. Self-Destruct or Johnny or anybody else share the link for Katie's channel, please? And everybody go subscribe and like her channel and her videos. Don't go watch her Weibo video right now. Stay here. Watch this. You can go
Yeah.
after and then watch that later.
Yeah,
but,
stay here and maybe consider buying some Immortal Rising. Huh?
Oh
Maybe?
yeah, let me bring that back up here. Great segue.
Yeah, there we go.
Let me play the trailer one more time.
All right.
It's a good trailer.
I'll find you, Locutus, my creator. From your chaotic bones I shall make my order.
Yeah, done by Good Stuff Studios, by the way.
Congratulations, recruits.
I'm so excited.
I don't want to babysit two spoiled princes.
I need to make a good impression for the soldiers. This is a silly waste of time.
What? Is that my long-lost magic ruby? Empress, find my ruby.
Your will is my command, my master. We're invading Terra to find Balmain's ruby.
Go forth, save the innocent, and punish the wicked.
Yes, Father. I have an easy life. But is that all there is?
The ruby could win this war once and for all. Let's kick the nest and see what falls out.
Loki just calls to his creations for help.
Where are we?
What are those things? We have to get out of here.
Have the gods gone mad?
The Bomanites have invaded Terra. Has the last shard of Loki's heart been found?
The war cannot continue without the heart. We can't risk losing it if it's there.
You've come to the wrong place. Terra is under my protection.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Let's see if we've moved up at all. I didn't refresh at all.
And what's great is like this is just the beginning. You know, I'm gonna do at least these three. I've got a couple more stories planned, and I'm writing number 4 right now. So, in fact, number 3, I've got the sketches. I just need to get up a little bit more cash, and I'll send that off to Jose. He'll finish the sketches. Plus, I'm kind of reviewing and gonna point out, hey, don't draw this, do that instead, kind of stuff. But usually, I just trust him. Trust in your artists, writers. Trust your artists. So
I got a question I want to ask you, Aaron. Don't let me forget it, but I want to go through the chat real quick just so I don't
Sure.
forget about them. 9 viewers, 5 on the panel, 3 viewers. Oh, come on, Temp Kirk. You got to take the wind out of our sails like that. You know what I mean? You might as well just.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Wow. To quote
Just for that, go buy my book.
That is not accurate because I can see in our chat that there's more than 3 people who have been commenting.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
we've got Hansel, Frederick, Transylvania, Johnny Scabs. That's 4 minimum. Temp Kirk is 5. So you know what you are, Temp Kirk? A fucking liar. That's what you are.
Yeah.
So
Speaking
Yeah,
of which,
he's just
everybody
he's
in
just
the
another
chat,
Marxist.
that's
Sorry,
right.
go ahead.
everybody in the chat, if you wouldn't mind sharing out the stream, sharing out the link on wherever you can, Twitter, get some
Yeah,
of your friends to check
if I
it
could
out.
have shared it, I would have shared it to my Twitter and my YouTube. But you know, maybe next time.
Did I do something stupid? Explain to me, folks, because look, if I don't do something correctly and you can't share it or can't I'm not technologically literate.
Well, I'm not sure if you have to pay for StreamYard to be able to do that. So I've kind of had it as a monthly expense for so long. But yeah, there's an option where there'll be like a little button at the top of the screen. And it'll be like, when a guest comes in, they can share it to their channel, whatever their channels are, like Rumble.
So it would simultaneously stream on your channel and on this channel.
Multicast, yeah.
Oh,
Simulcast. Which is helpful. I think it's helpful because like the people that follow me on Twitter will see it in their feed. People who follow me on, YouTube will get a notification, all of that.
Okay. Noted indeed. Okay. I'm stupid, folks. Thanks for bearing with us.
No, not at all.
Frederick says incest Tamagotchi is wrong, Patrick. I know that now. Johnny said I had a pet chap half price from the market. Good
God.
I couldn't afford a Tamagotchi. A Tamagotchi. That's how he would say it. He wouldn't say Tamagotchi. He would say Tamagotchi.
No. Too much gruff in your Johnny voice.
Well, maybe I do. I don't know. I feel like his voice is gruffer than mine. You know what I mean?
No.
He's a smoker.
He's a smoker. See,
he's a smoker.
It's a little lighter. It's a little lighter. But
snarl.
I feel like our particular frequency rat's all right. He's got a bit of more.
Like in here, you need to be like in here.
Wait, where you're saying here? I
need here, you need to be like there.
Right.
Yeah.
You mean more nasally, like more Johnny nasally up here.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is.
All right, putting it up here instead of back here. Right.
Is that Johnny?
I've done voice work, sir. I know.
I have to make a mask and just like one day, like just show up on Comicsgate Commandos as Johnny. Just fucking pretend that it's just Johnny the whole time.
You have to.
Funny.
That would be great.
Wow. 10 perk says Comicsgate Commandos. That's a sexual joke, ladies and gentlemen. Not a very good one, but it's there.
They're right. Come and get it.
His name was Toto.
He's talking about his bootleg Tamagotchi.
Yeah, no, his bootleg Japanese man.
The one I had was actually a bootleg one also, but it was cooler because it was actually an alien. I had one that was an alien instead of like.
You had an off-brand Tamagotchi?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was. I got the cool one. It was black and it was shaped differently.
Oh,
and it was an alien. So I was like, all right, I'm not as gay as everyone else, at least.
Yeah,
but yours, for some reason, yours couldn't mate with anybody else's, could it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Tried? Oh.
The goal was to get him on the ship and have him fly away, I think.
I don't even know what that means.
It was like E.T.
I know the feeling, but I don't know what you mean.
The off-brand Tamagotchi is just an alien who's trying to escape Earth. That's funny. Oh my god.
Know what you mean.
Mr. Selfstruck says mice used to have balls. Never forget what they took from us.
Well, it's all in capital, so you got to yell it. No, just kidding.
He always types in all caps. I love Mr. Self-Destruct. He's awesome. Tempkirk says, "Who the f are you, bro? You're on our channel, dog. Well, technically, it's my channel. You're on this. Can you read?"
We got a hostile in the chat now.
Johnny Scab says, "I reckon it's Von Coleman." Actually, I told Katie to clip the portion of Comicsgate Commandos from, what was it, 2-3 weeks ago, where I flirted around the idea of having him on. And
Did you reach out to him?
No, I haven't reached out to him yet because actually, and it's all right now. See, now we're talking about it, so it's all on the internet now. But I wanted to see what the reaction to the clip would be. I wanted to see, like, because I'm that kind of guy who, like, I'll admit it to people. I'm honest. I like to like drop little things or see, like, I like to watch people's reaction to things, and then operate off of that reaction that they had. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, you put
little
out
shock and
feelers.
awe. But I don't. So what's is there a controversy? What's the thing?
The controversy is that son of a bitch named his comic book Phenomenova, and mine's called Phenomenon. Anyway.
Oh,
motherfucker. No, outside of the regular Dungeoneers controversy, I really don't have any beef with the feller. He can be a bit cringe from time to time, you know, but he's young. I just chalk that up to being young. But I think honestly is that Vaughn Coleman has been seduced by the dark side of Comicsgate, the Dungeoneers and their ilk. I'm going to use the word ilk here. And I think that he could be a talented addition to Comicsgate if he were only to forsake his previous ties with less honest folk.
Yeah. Remove thy head from out thy ass.
Precisely. Now my cohorts here, Dr. Ben and Carbon Heart, as far as I'm aware, aren't so optimistic for young Master Coleman.
Well,
young Vaughn Coleman.
Most likely he'll go to where he's incentivized to go. So
Oh yeah, of course. But Ben, what were you saying?
If he repents,
repents,
counsels the Dungeoneers and disavows their butt pluggery or whatever.
We put it through a whole like Catholic thing. Like, I renounce Satan and the Dungeoneers and butt pluggery. I do.
Yeah. No ball gags.
Right.
That's where we draw the line here.
Exactly.
Frederick Roman says, secure the exit for Katie. Cover. I love it. It's so awesome. Temkirk. This guy's back at it again. He says Kitty has to launch a red rocket.
What does that mean?
Well, at least she can. I bet you couldn't even do that. Yeah, I don't even know. We Wednesdays with Katie, says Mr. Self-Destruct. I don't know if this Temkirk guy is like if you I can be aggressive. I'm usually not, but I can be. Stand because the thing about it is like I'm not gonna kick the guy. Like he can keep posting whatever he wants to post. But I'll go hard in the paint. I'm normally pretty nice. Johnny Scab shared Katie Ditch Channel's YouTube link here. Folks, please go click on that. Sign up, subscribe, get notified, hit the bell. That's a thing still. Cecil's army would drive Mario Karts. Sorry. Got to put it up here. Cecil's army would drive Mario Karts.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, they would, wouldn't they? And they'd be yelling all kinds of things.
It is a funny book. Like reading it, like I don't know if you've read it or not, but like
I've not.
Oh my gosh! Like, do you care if I give you a spoiler?
No, go ahead. I'm not. I don't know how I could buy it at this point.
You can get it on eBay, I think.
Yeah,
but no, I thought it was hilarious. I laughed out loud when I read that book.
That's what I'm saying. He goes to a doctor.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
Yeah. Put him
here.
Make him big. Cecil. Make him fat again.
I'm gonna enlarge Dr. Ben here.
He goes to the doctor, and he has a twin that's been like on his armpit, under his like armpit all this time.
Oh my god!
And the doctor's like, that's just, to me, that was just like the ultimate moment. And like the doctor, what does he say? He says, it's vile. You have a vestigial twin. You have a vestigial twin brother, and it winked. A twin brother? He winked. It needs to be removed. Never, you butcher. He's the perfect wingman, and I love him. Laters, Kevorkian. like the whole, you know what I mean? Like the whole thing is like just joke after joke. Like I was
Show us another
really.
page.
it really
Show us
is.
another page in there.
You want
Anything? I've never seen any of it. So, oh, look at those.
Everyone.
Look at those panels, folks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
Who did the art in that?
Donald DeLay, I believe.
Yeah, it was Donald
Okay.
DeLay.
Yep.
Yeah, Donald.
Total. There's just a ton. That's what I'm saying. It's well worth the price of admission, and it refutes many of the arguments that people hold against Comicsgate, right? You know, people call us all kinds of vile, say we're like hateful groups or whatever. This disproves all of that. Cecil is he's what brings us together. Can bring everyone together.
You know, it's funny. I was on Katie's channel earlier. I think this week was it this week? I don't know. I've been on so many shows lately, but I brought it up. I was like, how is it that Comicsgate is supposed to be so hateful when everybody on the panel was talking about how they were hoping that this Yellow Flash comic would do well. It's like, how is it that? But like Comicsgate is hate, right? Okay,
yeah,
sure. Meanwhile, assholes, are posting on Twitter about, just taking shit out of context. Like driving people's careers into the ground if they possibly could. It's like, get out of here, dude. Why don't you go White Knight for Eric July some more, fucking child? Sorry,
Aaron. Are we to take from that you're not a big fan of Eric July?
Him as a man, I don't know. I'm not very impressed by his character. If there are fans out there of the Riververse, God bless you. I hope that you have a good time with it. But I don't think he's a very good guy at all. So
yeah, well, we're big fans of Eric July over here. Just kidding.
Shit.
I can't even.
I guess this is where you threaten me. Like I've been
so
threatened.
you're a detractor, you piece of shit.
Like I've literally been threatened. Somebody, one of his fucking retards was like, oh, so are you sure this is the, I made a comment. I think I posted Doofy from Scary Movie. And I was like, they're not sending their best, right? This motherfucker like retweeted me or something like that, maybe added on to the quote, whatever it was. And he was like, this is not a road, to paraphrase, he's like, this is not a road you want to go down. Are you sure this is what you want to do? Because I will come after you and make you regret it. I'm like, are you fucking retarded? Like, oh, never mind. Of course you're retarded.
Being a full-grown adult male and being so faggy that somebody says something you don't like on the internet about a comic book, and you're like, Are you sure this is a road you want to go down?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's a GIF, dude. It's just Doofy. That's it. It's on the internet. It's okay. You'll be all right.
People need to be punched in the face for the first time in their life. They would then understand a lot of the things they say are stupid. Johnny says, I had to glue my Twig computer back together with PVA glue. It's holding. And then Mr. Sufford says, try duct taping some aluminium to the computer, Johnny. Got him, right? They say aluminum stupidly, don't they? Sorry, go ahead,
nice.
Aaron.
British.
Got him.
Nice.
Got him.
Johnny says, Shalom, Ben, my Mossad brother. Shalom, Ben, my Mossad brother. That's Johnny when he's talking like that.
Mossad, clearly not a terrorist organization.
Right. No,
like
totally peace loving. Those guys who were dancing when 9/11 happened, they were watching Dancing with the Stars.
Koreans.
They were streaming it.
Koreans.
Come on,
no,
guys.
I think they were Russians, actually.
Look, Johnny just responded. He goes, bloody Yanks.
Fair enough.
Bloody Yanks. That's all I ever wanted him to say. I want to hear Ben and Carmen do my voice. Pat, you sound like an Australian pirate. I want to hear Dr. Ben and Carmen do my voice. Pat, you sound like an Australian pirate. You want me to do my Australian accent? I can go into that pretty easy.
Is that Hugh Jackman? You sound like Hugh Jackman.
It's just personally my Australian accent. When I want to do it, I can just jump right into it, mate. You three look like a couple of top blokes. But okay, Dr. Ben, you gotta here, we'll hold this up here. You got a Johnny impersonation?
Yeah, try it.
Let's do it. No shame.
Is he muted?
Are you muted?
He's summoning the spirit of
needs-
Johnny Scab.
Right. Pray to Yahweh. It should help you.
All right, so Rock and Roll Ginger is it's an Australian ninja who's also, he's a redhead, you know, what they call a ginger over there in the States. And what he
that's
is,
that's Hugh Grant.
I don't know. I've never.
And it was slowly turning into
it was
what's
something.
the name of that guy? Jeff from Australia, the crocodile hunter.
The Crocodile Hunter, like Crocodile Dundee?
No.
No,
He's talking about
Guy's died.
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin, yeah.
Yeah. I guess it probably it's. I'd probably have to. I don't know.
Yeah. Now, if he was Steve Irwin, he'd be like, "Oi, that stings."
Right.
And that'd be it.
That one's a real biter there, isn't it?
Oh, he's got some sass.
Right. That's good. Oh, he's got some- Carvin, you got something?
All right, what we doing? We're doing Johnny Scab.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to the video when he called out Matt Barr in that like that wrestling
that real
reel
quick
that he
video.
made.
Right.
He was like, "I'm coming for you, Matt. Get your guns out. Saggy titch Matt Barr. Me and the Comicsgate Commandos are coming for you." That's all I got.
That's good, dude. That was great.
That's good enough. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
you want to go in order. I think if Patrick is number one, I'd be number two, and then Carbon would be three. Aaron, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I don't want to exclude you if you're like.
Aaron, do you have one? Do you want to do one? I don't want to put. Yeah.
What are we trying to do? Johnny Scab here? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, you can. I put a lineup from him right there if you want us to just say that. But it's up to
Yeah,
you. He's talking about his
his little Jap friend. Yeah. I forgot to feed him. I know. I'll try a little. I'll try again. How about that? A little bit later.
Johnny is saying I sounded like a gay 1920s gangster.
Whoa. All right.
I don't think so. I thought that was decent. I'm gonna listen back to it.
I'm so far. No, you were really good. Honestly, I would have ranked myself. Obviously, I'm going to rank myself top. I would rank you second and Dr. Ben third. No offense, Dr. Ben. No offense. But I think what Carbon had at his disposal was he remembered those lines. And so it did sound a little bit more, we're coming for you. You know what I mean?
And Brian, you're not going to like it if someone imitates you. You know what I'm saying?
No.
If I can do like a spot on Patrick, he'd be like, "Fuck you." You know what I'm saying? Like that's the proper response when someone like. So Johnny saying that like he made him sound like a gay 1920s gangster. Never ever do it again. Like that's like it touched the right twinge that you want to like that.
Yeah, you got him mad there. Folks, let me catch up with the chats here. I'm so far behind. Frederick Command says, okay. Johnny's voice is made of smoke and satin bed sheets that smell of cigarettes. That's exactly what I think of when I'm trying to do Johnny's voice.
Yeah.
Johnny says, Mr. Self-Destruct, excuse me, Mr. Self-Destruct, I'll have you know I have a velvet voice like Morgan Freeman, and my breath smells like puppies and lollipops. Johnny, I don't know about that last part there.
It was like bangers and mash.
Frederick Kuman says Katie needs to start a more hardcore channel called Katie Didn't. Oh my god, that would be so amazing. It would be so amazing if she started a channel called Katie Didn't. Johnny says Transbon. Oh my god.
He's a pretty guy. He could do it. Yeah.
Never gonna get him on the show with that.
You need to call it on to a duel and be done with it, says Frederick. Frederick, if I could do such a thing in modern day society, I would do it. The thing is, I can challenge him to mutual combat on the street, which is legal, at least in Missouri. I don't know if it's legal where he lives. You can actually, though, you can challenge somebody to mutual combat and just like go out on the street with no weapons and fight. And the law can't do anything about who wins or who loses.
Oh, yeah.
But one, that wouldn't be fair. And two, I don't. You know, I'm a bleeding heart. I feel bad for the guy. I feel like
how would you duel him? How would you duel it?
I would just kick him until he couldn't walk anymore.
Okay, so no weapons.
Challenge him.
Oh no! Well, mutual combat it requires that you use no weapons. Mutual combat's an actual law in Missouri.
Sure.
If I say to you, I challenge you to mutual combat out on the street, we could go out onto the public road, the street, and fight each other with no weapons, and the law couldn't say or do anything about it.
Nice.
Like, we could literally do that if we wanted to, but you would have to agree to mutual combat, and neither of us could use weapons.
Okay.
Which then
That's
again
fair.
would not be very fair for him. I like his curly ginger hair like Napoleon Dynamite. I love how he said dynamite.
Dynamite.
I don't know of anybody in Comicsgate who like. I'm not gonna like go. Oh, I could beat anybody up in Comicsgate. I could probably get the shit kicked out of me by a good portion of people who I don't even have any idea. But I'm pretty good at taking punishment. I don't think that Ron Coleman could put out as much physical punishment with his fists and legs as I could resist and then reply with.
You're like the Rocky of Comicsgate, right?
Well,
I didn't hear no bell.
I don't want to. I actually, bro. I actually said that one time. This guy fucking. I had a good one this last Saturday. I usually like try to like think of good things to say when I get fucking clobbered, because that's usually what happens when I go there. I get clobbered by people who are better than me. But this literally last Saturday, this guy punched me in the head, and my head hit the wall, which luckily had a mat on it, so it wasn't that bad. But I was like, and I was concussed for the rest of the day. But like when that happened, I had the presence of mind to go, oh, so there's two of you now, huh? Well, at least it's a fair fight. And he started laughing, and I got the shit knocked out of me further. But that's what I like to do. I like to talk shit at people. That's another. I didn't hear no fucking bell. That's one of my favorite things to say, though, dude.
Hit the one in the middle. Yeah.
That's right. Oh my God, I'm so far behind in the chat. Dr. Ben, do you work for the World Health Organization? Says Tim Kirk. We don't talk about the World Health Organization here. Oh, he's built like Sturgis. Damn. That's Wink, Cecil's brother. His brother.
You know, I like, I'm not going to say that I hate Sturgis. I can't say I like him either. But at the same time, bro, weight bench. That's, that'll change your life. Maybe you won't white knight for another man so hard either. Get your T levels higher.
Maybe that's what, likes to think of him as a friend.
Yeah.
Special friend.
Special friend.
Maybe there's like a P. Diddy thing going on. A similar.
Sturgis
like
is a bit of a creature.
With like Meek Mills or whatever the guy's name is, and he's calling Puff Daddy fucking daddy. It's like, oh my gosh.
You saw that dance video with Eric July. You saw him dancing with the booty popping and all that. Like,
he knows what he's doing.
God, and that sweater, dude. I cannot get that sweater out of my mind. Oh, Johnny Scab says, "Utilize your white guilt, Aaron. You must like Eric. Everyone must like Eric. He's the best thing since Malcolm X.
Yeah.
He's a black man, and he's making money.
Yeah. Yep. Magical Negro savior.
Just want to bring him down. You ever seen that? Have you seen that video, Aaron? The video that Johnny made about Eric?
No, what was that?
Okay, all right. Hold on. You'll enjoy this. It's one of my favorite videos of all time.
He's all upset.
Yes, dude, it's so funny. I cry sometimes when I watch it.
Oh shit.
Oh my God, because he like goes full on acting mode when he does it. And it's hard to tell if he's being serious or not.
Look, Eric July is a Bagger Vance of comics. Like, let's just be real.
Yeah. Where is it? Oh my God, where is it? Did he take it down? Red flag.
He is saving indie comics. You just don't understand. He's fighting back. We will win.
He might have taken it down, but the funny thing about that is that Johnny, I clipped it, motherfucker. I've got it on my channel. Let me grab that real quick. I think it's this one. Aaron, thanks for coming on tonight, man. It's been a good time so far. I'm really happy.
Right on. I'm glad the tech stuff has figured itself out.
Yeah. And it turns out, like I said, it was my fault. So I'm sorry, folks. And next time I'll remember to just kind of start over. All right, here we go.
I'm glad we resolved that because that was rough.
Yeah, it was not good. Let me show you.
Look at Tim Kirk. That's hilarious. And EVS is Tom Hanks in Philadelphia of comics. You know, I love how you can mention Eric July and somebody is, what about immediately? What about EVS? What about
So
yeah.
Tim
what
Kirk
about
is a little bit of an anti-CGer here.
I don't know, but he definitely knows the playbook. He knows the programming. Oh, well, what about EVS?
Wait, Tim Kirk, you don't like Hitler? Well, what about Stalin, guy? Huh?
Yeah.
You ever think about him?
Yeah. What about the children?
It doesn't.
Like Chairman now, huh? Come on.
Okay, so this is that video that Johnny came out with a while ago.
Nice. Hey, he could buy my book with that much.
There's been a lot of talk lately, a lot of slander.
Slander.
Eric July, Ison, and I find it terrible. There's a lot of people out there that want to hate. They want to hate. They criticise Ison like
fucking bigots.
Like it's filth.
Like it's filth.
Criticism is racism. And I want you to understand that. If society's taught me anything, is that us white people should be utilising our white shame, our white guilt, and supporting all black artists, no matter how mediocre they are. Sure, Eric July might just be in it for the money. He might be a bit arrogant and condescending.
A bit.
But
right.
He's a black artist and you've got to support him. Because without support for our black artists, what would they have? You shouldn't be criticising black artists' work. It's just not on. It's not on. It's totally racist and bigoted. So I would like to say, leave Eric alone. And for all you white people out there having to go at him,
utilize your white guilt.
Try utilising some of your white guilt. Every black artist deserves to be supported. And Eric's a conservative. There's not many of them. It's a sad state of affairs. It really hits me in the heart. I mean, sure, I might use a lot of CGI and graphics and computer generated art, but that's not the point. He does it anyway, and he's doing it on his own. He's a strong, independent black man, and he's making money. And you lot can't do anything but hate on him. How sad and pathetic you must be.
Yeah, and jealous.
I'm not naming any names, but you know who you are. You know all the ones that have been mean to Eric. You've been mean to him. Mean. He's not on. He's not on. He's the best thing since Malcolm X.
Oh, shit.
God damn, dude. Oh, it kills me every time.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what? Eric July deserves reparations, damn it. Black Jesus.
Tim Kirk says Klingons have honor, Griftons have a hatred for a black dude. Good one, dude. Wow. That was a good one.
I don't know what that means.
Unironically, one of his minions, Homeless Larry, said Eric July needs to be celebrated in Black History Month. Chinese scam.
Oh my God.
All right, let me catch up to the chat here. Hide your pagers, says Tim Kirk. I mentioned to people I thought it was the directional microwave technology. Nobody listens to me though. Hide your Motorola walkie-talkies. Ungrateful colonials.
Yeah. Yep.
You're just ungrateful that we didn't, take over your country and make it good.
That's
This chat has to trigger all the alarm. Dude, bro, I'm serious. The Australian accent is on point. Thank you. Muted. Wow. I thought you just said you liked it. Ben's impersonation includes a lag. Oh. See, that's how far behind we are.
Yeah.
Ben sounds like Bert the Brixton rapist, but it's inappropriate.
Holy shit. Is that a friend of Johnny's?
I love how they know that guy's a rapist, but he's a Brixton rapist.
Oh, Bert. Yeah.
Right.
Everybody knows Bert.
All right. A little more nasally. I like to laugh at people on the internet. If I think you're all griftons, but make me laugh, I'll forgive you and stick around. Temkirk, none of us could possibly be griftons or grifters or whatever you're attempting to say, because I'm not making any money. I'll make no money. You know how much money I made on my last comic book? Let me tell you how much I made. I'm gonna tell you all in like this, because this is straight up honesty. I made negative $11,573. That's how much money I made. And the thing is, I don't care. I like making comic books. I'm going to continue to do it.
The thing is, grifter as a term has become empty, kind of like the word bigot has become empty. Because, the liberals, they're calling everyone that opposes them a bigot. However, they're so intense with their view that they themselves are bigots as well. Because based on that definition, right? They're so angry and intent on destroying the right now that they themselves are bigots by their own definition. So therefore, there's no point in calling anyone a bigot.
So TLDR, Temkirk. Gotcha, bitch. Thanks, Carbon.
What a dumb name.
I half want to go off on this guy, and I half want to just convert him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, he's already hanging out here. He's definitely one of us.
I mean, he's already.
He just
he's already
doesn't
here.
know it yet.
If you can, Temkirk, if you can listen to what we have to say and not lose your shit over it, then actually you're probably in the right spot.
Yep. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah.
Hate viewers are welcome, by the way.
Oh yeah, for sure. Please tell all your friends
means.
to come hate watch us.
Don't skip that one from Mr. Self-Destruct where he ranks the impression.
Did I?
Yeah, don't. I think it's down
further up, or is it later? Later than this comment I've got here.
I think it's down a couple more.
Okay, let me just carbon. Never carbon. That was terrible.
Up here. No.
Carbon. How do you say carbon, Johnny? Carbon. Never ever attempt to do my voice again. You made me sound like a gay 1920s gangster. I got the second half of that sentence, not the first half. Yeah. We can make a threat video. Says Abu Khan. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Matt Flaggett Barr, convert for Poon. So apparently he's not a big fan of Matt Barr. That's good. That means at least he's got more of a brain than head wound. Laughter counts for a lot, Temkirk. It sure does. Abu Khan says, they're all brilliant, buddy. Okay, do you want a water service for your car?
You're being very brilliant, buddy.
Very brilliant, buddy. Sorry, you might be Arabic, and I'm lumping you in with the Indians.
Yeah,
too bad. Too bad.
No,
This is the racist
Asian.
Comicsgate Commandos number 28. We should put a parentheses on it. Comicsgate Commandos number 28, the racist one. And,
nice. Glad I was here for it.
Yes, that's it. Thank you, Aaron.
Perfect.
Most guests would not be so, cordial about this whole thing.
Yeah.
Copacetic. So, I was joking. They're not bad impressions. Thanks, Johnny.
Look, I voted for Trump in 2016, so clearly I'm a racist.
That's right. And a bigot and a homophobe. You left those off there.
Sure.
You skipped
on that too.
Did I skip it again?
You just skipped.
You know, what is my brain thinking? I think it was thinking carrots equals not a real chat. Impressions. Dr. Ben is better than PQ is better than Carbon. Mr. Self-Destruct, I'm taking away your wrench and don't watch this show anymore.
Yeah.
No, ban him from the chat. And
now.
kick Dr. Ben also. While
Be gone, both of you. Adam Weber says, Patrick won, but you all sound a bit Oz. That's funny. I think he's maybe trying to make
Aussie, as in Australian.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Which would imply, since he spelled it OZ, that he is either British or Australian. Because Americans don't spell Aussie OZ.
No.
Do British people spell it like that?
I've seen it before.
Oh.
Never feel pity for your enemy, buddy. Yeah, you guys don't. You guys never feel pity for me and my technicians when we get into your cars and it smells like fucking curry.
Oh,
I'm being so racist tonight. Sorry, folks. You did this to me. I'd use my iron schlong. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Mrs. Scab must have the full knowledge of the iron schlong.
Yeah, just broken hips.
Everyone. No.
Tempkirk says, I'm just going to say your first name from now on, Tempkirk. This ain't current day England. Best you get is a duel. This is Amerikistan. I don't know what accent that was.
Duel?
But, here we are. Cammy says, a little bit. Cammy, do you have a Cockney accent or like a... Do you have a bit of a much more precise British accent? Which one is it? Is it this British accent? Or is it this one? This one where you're down low and you walk on the docks and shit?
Yeah,
No.
kind of bitch that'll suck you off behind a. Forget it.
Wait, no, we gotta know behind where. Fridays.
Yeah, where do I gotta be for that?
On a fucking
I
night,
need to know.
underneath a
Yeah,
troll's bridge.
Just dirty. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Vaughn, Vaughn dresses like he raided his mum's closet in the dark. Well, there's things to be said about this, Johnny. Brutal, Johnny, says Mr. Self-Destruct. Eric's July's beer is a wondrous place. There's an entire nation all over his face. There's a park, a baker's, and even a zoo. On Eric July's beer, there's so much to do. Oh my god. Is that like a line from
It's like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, it's like Dr. Seuss. It's amazing. Tempkirk says, I never liked you pricks, but I'm trying.
Fuck yeah. He's coming around, guys. He's coming
I
around.
thumbed this stream up. May have promoted you on Dark Betrayer stream.
Who's that?
Wait, so you
Fucking
never
pirate
liked
nickname.
us. You thought we were all pricks and you promoted us on Dark Stream.
There's a reason why Tim Kirk is here.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. And EVS is Tom Hanks in Philadelphia of comics. Dude,
Which is
oh my
funny.
fucking
That's
God.
funny. I'll give you credit for that one, Tim. Kirk.
Honestly, I
That's
was
funny.
kind of annoyed with Tim Kirk at first, but now I think it's hilarious.
Yeah. And we also know that EVS has AIDS, apparently.
Yeah. Whoa. How do we get to that? Where was that comment? I missed
Tom
that
Hanks
one.
in Philadelphia?
Oh, I got you.
yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Friends with Cecil. I mean, there's lots of,
No, wait. You almost got me there, Dr. Ben. You almost got me there. You gotta have an A in there, motherfucker.
Close enough.
I should have put it usism.
Tim Kirk says Johnny Scab, spelled his name wrong, is that chick in that Tom Hanks movie Mummy, stunning and beautiful. Whoa.
I never saw it.
I mean Tom Cruise Mummy. Oh yeah.
Never. I didn't see that one either.
Stunning and beautiful. Why you all hating the... Whoa. I'm going to be careful about reading this out.
What is that word?
Why you all hate...
I don't know what that word is.
I know what he's trying to do though there. I see you see I caught myself there. Wow. I almost
Well
said
done. That's not a bad word though. It's like Scatman Carruthers.
What was that, Carmen? Scatman Carruthers.
Is that the guy?
What is he saying?
The Shining? Scatman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Famous actor.
Oh my god, they're going at it now. Temp Kirk, I touched your mom in a special place. She loves it. She called me a Daddy John. It's the economy as much as the leader of Comicsgate burned this movement to the ground. Tim Kirk, you don't understand what Comicsgate is. First of all, if you come from the slums and you're saying that Eric or Ethan Van Sciver is the leader of Comicsgate, you're not very slummy, first of all. And second of all, there is no such thing as a leader of Comicsgate. I'm fascist Kirk on Kiwi Farms. Is that your
Nothing
name?
has
on
been
Kiwi
burned
Farms?
to the ground. Actually, ironically, all the people who decided to, distance themselves from like the main channels of Comicsgate, they just damaged their own campaigns.
Mhm.
That's the only effect that it had. They could have made more money. So nothing's burned to the ground other than you just losing some sales.
Well, this is my second campaign funded by Comicsgate, so I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, you of all people, Aaron, can speak to this right here. Like, do you feel like Ethan's trash cast and the what it's called, what it is, a war with Eric July? Do you feel like that's has affected the amount of money that you've made on your comic book?
No, not at all. In fact, I think that trash cast is a great pressure relief valve. Like a lot of us can kind of see, sure, it's from, maybe it's from EVS's perspective, but I'm not a moron and I can make my own judgments. So just him talking about these things is helpful for a lot of us because, like many of us see that Eric July is a fucking chump and his inflated ego is extremely fragile, blah, 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 blah. So talking about it is good because one, he will threaten people. So will his close, his most devoted fans, and that all that shit is toxic as hell, and it needs to be pointed out. And I think that's great. And EVS is funny about it, so good.
Yeah. Abu Khan says, "You can come get stoned with me. I'll throw first." That's a good one.
That is a good one, actually.
That's a good one.
I like the bobblehead.
From Team America.
Dude, Muhammad Jihad, Bakalaka Durka Dirk. That's my favorite. My favorite line in that whole movie is when they're like, "Come on, Gary, God damn it, act," and he's like, they're like, "Bakalaka, Bakalaka," and he's like, "Oh, Bakalaka Durka Dirk, Muhammad Jihad," and they're like, "Oh, Bakalaka." They just like,
oh yeah.
My God. I promise, I will never die.
How about the fact that that movie Team America was the same as the G.I. Joe live action movie? What was that about? Like, did they plan that on purpose? Yeah.
Wait, dude, you mean the one with oh my gosh, now that you say that, I didn't even realize it until you literally said it. Now my brain is connecting those
similar scenes and everything. It's almost like they just live actioned Team America. Swear to fucking God.
That's amazing.
But Patrick, you skipped a question about Aaron, actually. That's pretty good to bring up.
Let's talk more about me.
Yeah, why can't we highlight chats?
Can you not? I don't know how to let you do that. I'm sorry. I told you I can't. I'm stupid.
Why do you hate us, Patrick?
Wait, this one here?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, God, see, why did my brain go, okay, this isn't a real question? I don't know why, but my brain saw this body of text and was like, ignore. Am I wrong, or was it Immortal Rising who Eric tried to tell to change his attitude and shit after dropping 750 on his FMC?
Well, actually, it was 700, but yes, that's me. Yeah. You know how funny that was? So most people only know like the one or two initial interactions, but his ass was so triggered, he kept at me He tried to keep at me for like a good hour or two after that. Like he wouldn't let it go. His ego would not let it go because I don't know, maybe he saw it as disrespectful or I don't know what it was, but he would not let any of it go at all.
What exactly?
So did he relay the whole of the event, the story series of events for us?
Yeah, sure. You're like on the. I know some of it. Like it's like he donated or whatever. Yeah. It was like I just made your day, chump.
Right. That's kind of where people kind of drop off after that, which is understandable because like it goes into him trying to argue and all this other shit, and he's not very good at debate at all. Like he's what debaters call a sophist, where he'll say whatever it takes to win in his mind that he's won, and he's a fool, so he can't really actually argue. But anyways, and he just kept going at it. He kept trying. It's like, dude, I outclass you. I'm in a different weight class than you, Eric July, and he could not come to terms with it for like a good hour or two. All I wanted the asshole to do was to say that B.A. Turner did not actually say what Eric July was trying to say that he said, and it was literally like taking. Like trying to feed your dog a pill, he would not take it. So good for him. I'm sure he's real fun at parties.
I saw that tweet though where he wrote this whole like page saying like, "Oh, I just saw your campaign and I decided to take you over the edge." Like, he really was posturing like he donated, like he was going to be a benefactor, and he started giving you advice. It's like, let this be an opportunity for you to get started. I'm like, yo, this has got to be the worst move.
It was because it was all performative. It was all completely fake and performative and very ego driven, and everybody could see it on display. You know how many DMs I got after that, being like, "Oh my god, I will never back that guy again. He's he's this or that and all this other stuff." It's like, yeah, I'm glad that somebody could serve it as an example to show that he's a fucking shallow prick,
Yeah.
He tried to pull a Diddy on you. He was gonna fund your campaign and be like, "Hey,
suck my dick, bitch."
Yeah, exactly.
I can help you. I can help you out.
I'm supposed to sell out my integrity and be your bitch because you are considered a celebrity by morons,
right?
Yeah.
Dude, this is okay. This is the really real world where you actually have to stand on your own character and your own ability. And and not only that, but the fact that he went to my storefront on Fund My Comic and was like, "Oh, here's $700. This will fund your comic." I'm sorry. Have you even seen the art? Do you think that art costs $1,000 fucking dollars for like 50 pages of a professional animator? You're a moron.
He probably does though. That's probably what he thought. Because he probably paid that much for his art, and he was like, "Oh, well, this will solve all his problems."
Yeah,
not knowing the actual art that you actually pay for.
Again,
a little bit more.
It's shallow and performative. It was just the fact that he could appear as something that he's not. He's more about status than anything that I can tell. So that's fine. Good for him. I'm sure it's working out real well.
I can take you shopping.
Is another great example of why when Jesus said, "When you pray, do it in your locked room by yourself." What he was saying is when you do something good, don't do it in front of everybody. Don't let everybody know that you're doing something good. Just go do something that's good. Do it secretly so nobody knows.
I even gave him the option after he put me on blast and quote tweeted me or whatever it was. I was like, "Dude, we can do this in DMs unless you need this for your brand." And of course he did. He needed it for his brand.
That's what it was. That's all that it was. It was him showing people how he's going to save everybody in the independent sphere with his money.
Like that recent ad that he made. Like that recent video he made where he promoted a bunch of indie creators all of a sudden. It's like every move he makes is in reaction to someone calling him out on his bullshit. He's like, let me make a video where I call out 10 different indie creators. You see? I'm a great guy.
Yeah. And that's only after he got criticized.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think he's operating off of that. He's got fans who don't watch things like we watch, where we would know that he was called out. You know what I mean? So he's to them. It's not a response. To them, it's like, "Oh, Eric's doing something good. Cool. Eric is cool." You know what I mean? But for us, it's like, "Well, you motherfucker, we said that to you a year ago." Like, come on.
I mean, and the whole crew that he hangs around, the FNT fags and all that stuff, it's all just fake. They're all just getting a check for talking about Disney. So it's all really gross. It's all of it. It's just really gross. I don't know. I don't know why people are so hypnotized by, their own fucking despair and nostalgia bait that they're constantly putting "Oh, your childhood's over because Disney is doing shit you don't like." Who gives a shit? I'm over here. I'm like, "Hey, how about solutions?" Like, grown men look for solutions when there are problems. Sure, you can complain for a while, but eventually you have to be like, "Well, now I need to find alternatives and solutions to these problems." And the ones who don't are, just still kind of man children.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
FNT is a complete circle jerk. That's why
Complete
most people
circle jerk.
like when I found it, like it was amusing for a little bit, but it got repetitive like extremely quickly.
Really fast. Especially when all the
it.
shit they said was going on never panned out. Really? So Kathleen Kennedy's about to get fired right now, just any day now, because Jon Favreau doesn't like her, and he's going to take it over, and he's going to save Star Wars? Yeah, nice narrative that you just completely made up out of nowhere, Anyways.
Yeah. No, I would say I was a little bit slower to that up game than you guys were. I was watching. So what happened was I started watching EVS back in 2019, I want to say. And I was like, this guy's a sack of shit and he's super prideful and narcissistic. I'm done watching him.
Which is hilarious.
So I started watching FNT and Geeks and Gamers. Because they were also there, and Eric July, and I was like, oh, Eric July's he's on it, dude. Like, he's libertarian. Like, I'm kind of like libertarian.
No, he's an opportunist.
This is me back in 2020.
Yeah. Sure.
And you got nobody and all your friends.
It's true.
You know what? Actually, this I can agree with. Everyone except Dr. Ben is gay, so saith the Lord. Except he means gay in the sense of like happy, like the old British
happy.
way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dr. Ben.
Millionaire.
Ibuprofen or something for that.
It's a twist.
See, I'm in a comic book too. I'm in the back of Roaring Rick Veitch's Rare Bit Fiends. I got 2 pages in here of my comic books, about a weird dream about a friend that died. He died that day when I had the dream.
That guy you killed in the satanic ritual, or?
Oh, shit.
A different one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
This was like, I dreamt about Rick Veitch. See, that's me in there. It's 2 pages. And then I dreamt in the dream, like there was a computer, like an old timey, like one of the big computers. And they're like, type your question into the computer. And I remember I kept trying to type on it. And every time I would type, it would spell on the screen Chris. Like CHRIS. I'm like, I kept on redoing it and would keep on spelling it. And then like this guy came up. They're like, I'll show you how to do it. And then like this other fella comes up. And he has an eye patch. And he's pointing at his eye patch. And he's like, you're going to love this game. You're going to love it. And I'm like, I knew the guy. Like I recognized him, but I couldn't think of like who it was. And I saw some like a couple like memories or something of him in the dream. You know how dreams are, like they go from this to that. You see somebody and then you see him like getting shot out of a cannon, like in a circus or something. And
okay.
Right. And I'm like, okay. And like all of it is this guy with this eye patch. And then like a couple days later, I found out that Titty Mountain.
You got distracted with
stay
Titty
focused.
Mountain.
Stay focused over here. Over here.
My friend,
come on, doctor. Come on.
This is exactly what Chris Yambar would be about. I discovered a couple days later that my friend Chris Yambar, a cartoonist, writer, had died. And he died on that day where I had the dream. And he had an eye patch. Like he was, like it was like definitely like when I thought about it, I was like, oh shit, it was like I dreamt about him. Like, and like I hadn't seen him like in a while. You know what I mean? Like it was really, they're gonna make like relics out of me after I pass in 100 years. They're gonna like save like my
bones in holy water and spread them around the parishes. Yeah.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jimmy Reyes Art saying, "Hola, amigos." At PQ Box. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing?
What's up,
man?
Jimmy? Good to see you.
Hail, Jimmy Reyes.
Jimmy, is this a confirmation that you can or cannot show up next week? Maybe. I was like, we were talking about it. We were talking about it, and I don't know. There wasn't like a confirmed date set or anything, but let me know, Jimmy, when you get a chance. No pressure.
But by the way, we are fans of Dragon Rage.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw that, awesome. Jimmy. If you watched our talk about that, but we did.
And I'm looking forward to the colored version
The colored. He keeps saying that. I told him not to say it, Jimmy.
Carbon.
I promise you, Jimmy. I told him not to use the word colored. He keeps using it. What am I supposed to do?
Should I just say color version?
The chromatically enhanced, I think, is what Dr. Ben came up with last week. The chromatically enhanced edition.
Anyway, it looks great.
It does.
Yeah, if you guys are fans of Jimmy's work, you should definitely buy his cover of Immortal Rising #2.
Yes, let me bring that up. Hold on.
Is it like? Would you compare it like it's like I asked him if it was like a religious comic, and they were saying no, that it's more like a space comic. Like
Yeah,
almost
so
like
another way to look at it is like this evil empire, from the stars or whatever, invades a planet to look for an artifact for their evil god, and little do they know that on that planet is the last vestige of the good god, and it triggers a chain reaction, the calling, which is the name of the first book. He calls a bunch of random creations of his own to basically protect him from the invading evil empire, and that's where the main characters come into the setting. Right, they come to this foreign world, and they're dropped into this war that they were not aware of. So yeah.
So I'm gonna take a wild guess that the cover by Jimmy Reyes is the titty one.
That's Corey Barton. Jimmy did the big muscular brute, and actually
so
it was
it's the
colored
No way.
by colored by Andrea Gardino, who he does coloring for like role playing games.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very nice.
They're both
Yeah,
good. They're
happy
both
to-
very nice.
Yeah. I could have sworn the titty one though was Jimmy's as well. So
on that blue cover there, I can't make out what it is.
That's my favorite one.
I'm sure it is, Carvin.
And
a
actually,
picture of
if we
it
get to
lower down
if,
here,
if we get to 3,500, I'll be handing out a chibi sticker of the Empress. That's who that is, the blue girl. I'll be handing that out to everyone who backed.
where is she?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? Just as I'm not trying to be critical or anything. You should
Sure.
have just a picture of both of the covers, like separate. You know what I mean? Like not on one picture together, so people can like open that up in a new tab and just gander at it and check out. I mean, look at it for
See
a
a
long
large
I like it.
version of
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah,
and
high
actually,
resolution.
if you just so happen to want everything, the everything box has a T-shirt. It's two different designs. One of the designs is the Corey Barton cover, so you can wear her around, and her titties can be yours.
Wow. And I thought I had to get surgery for that kind of thing, folks. This is a deal. $100 for your own titties. I mean, come on.
That's in
She
the
will be-
everything box.
To be on your body, and actually, you could get, say, the $35 bundle with 1 and 2, and then the shirt can be an add-on. You just buy the shirt extra. So
Oh, really? That's actually really convenient. Very nice indeed.
yeah, I can't remember how much the add-on price is for the shirt. So I think I want to say it's like 20, 25, something like that. So
Let's go through it here. Let's see. Is this going to give some of my details away?
yeah, there you go.
If you come to my house, it's bad for you. So $25. Okay.
Yep.
$25. And it comes with, you can get the other cover as well.
Yeah, either or. It's not a cover actually. The other one is it's a panel from the first Knights of Locutus. It's the god of battle. He's just kind of standing there with his sword in all of his armor and everything, looking badass and very anime.
Well, I love shirts. So I mean, like anybody who like I back, if they've got a shirt, generally speaking, I will get the shirt because I love t-shirts of comic books. So
now this is my first time kind of dabbling into the shirt stuff. Like I made some shirts for myself, like when I was first kind of doing this, just to have a shirt and with like just my logo. But so this will be interesting to see, one, how many people want one, and then two, how well I can find, a good person, a good company to work with to do the shirts. So, because I've been told, oh, you should try this or try that. So we'll see when they start coming in, the quality and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be talking to you about that because I lost a boatload of money on shirts. I was stupid and offered those. So I'm gonna be talking to you about that. I want you to tell me how it worked out. We've got some scurrilous accusations here. Some mean things said. Patrick, you're basically the white Eric July, but more light. First of all, if I wanted to, I could grow a beard that would be much fuller and much better than Eric July's. I shave it off because I don't like having a beard. Like
you're civilized.
Yeah, I mean, I just a beard is not. I've done it before. I've like grown it out to like here before. I just don't like it that much.
It's ridiculous.
Itchy. Yeah, it's a little.
By the way,
girls don't like it that much. So
there it is.
Way, Patrick,
that's what really matters.
On the sides, do you have like a Reed Richards thing going on?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, I saw that on another stream. I'm like, that's freaking cool.
Old man.
I'm very lucky that I've gone through a lot of fucking shit in my life to make me so stressed out that the side of my head turns gray. But legitimately, my dad has these, like my siblings. It's funny, like I've got siblings who are, let's see, my oldest sibling who's male, who is 20. No, 20. What am I talking about? He's like 37, 38. And none of them have the gray sidebars, but I do. So I'm very, very
That's why
lucky.
you love the Fantastic Four so much.
Actually, my nieces and nephews, I taught them about the Fantastic Four, and they saw my dad one time, and they were like, "You look like Mr. Fantastic." And my dad was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "I love you guys so much, and I'm so proud of you." But yeah, I'm lucky. I get the gray sidebars. That's why I kind of shave my. You guys, you can see that I shave the sides of my head every so often, like every 3-4 weeks. That's why I do it. Everybody in the chat is loving Jimmy Reyes being in here. Jimmy, you got to come in. You got to come in next week or the week after. I don't know what my schedule looks like. Ben is the prophet of Cecil, the chosen keeper of the sacred mustache. I have an idea of who the Church of Cecil's kindness might be, but I'm not going to tell people. Lots of rock stars passing by, says Transylvania Jack.
Hell yeah.
Next week works. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I don't have anybody else, because sometimes I'm stupid.
Jimmy, he's a great guest too. He's been on my show a couple times.
I'm sure. And I've seen him on Katydids, and actually, Jimmy did a cover for me for Phenomenon Comic Magazine issue #1, which I never released because I was waiting to release it as the third printing, like the special cover for the third time it's been released, and there's some titties on that cover. So I'm just gonna say, just gonna say, because Johnny says color, not color. Sure. Spice Jesus. But yeah, I've got Jimmy. I had Jimmy doing something. And actually, if anybody in the chat wants to suggest to me a good colorist who's better than me, Corey Barton's titties are excellent. I think you mean Corey Barton's titties that he draws are excellent.
Maybe
we haven't actually seen Corey's
important
actual
distinction there.
Titties,
Yeah,
I mean, like by that you could say that Matt Barr's saggy titties are excellent. You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing here?
Yikes!
Still waiting on Dragon Rage. Did you get the colored version? I'm sorry, I did the bad
God
thing.
Damn it!
Did you get the chromatically enhanced version?
That's the one with all the black guys in it.
Transylvania Jack says Blue Empress already better than Yaira.
Yes.
Nice. Johnny Scab says, I gotta go. Have a great night, you beautiful lot. Ben, keep an eye on them and report back to the Chief Jew. Shalom.
Yeah.
Enough of your sewer Jew trickery, Johnny.
Yeah. Stay away from my child's penis, Moral.
Doing your weird Catholic Pope stuff to yourself.
Yeah, get your dirty mouth away.
That's right. Oh my God!
Now that Johnny's
getting fired,
let me
We're all getting fired, dog. If they recorded the things I said at work, I would be fired in an instant. Have a good night, y'all. Says Jimmy's. Good night, Jimmy. Thanks for coming on, dog.
Yeah, good night,
I'm
Jimmy.
working on this piece of fan art of Cecil, right? Where they're hammering him onto a torture device.
Oh.
Now I don't know if I should have. Should this be?
Looks a bit sacrilegious to me. You might want to take his legs and spread them apart, put him on the old X. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
The old crucify him to the X thing.
Maybe.
St. Andrew's cross.
Should Johnny be down here pounding in nails or up on here?
I mean, I don't think Johnny should be anywhere near that picture.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, it's gonna be all like
not sacrilegious.
like like I'll do it like one of these, like all like old timey looking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll make it better.
Yeah, but with Cecil.
Not sacrilegious at all.
Not sacrilegious at all. Totally fine.
Maybe like one of them will be like from when they were all going at Cecil because he was trying to defend what's his face? Miss Piggy.
Sometimes I wonder about you, Dr. Ben.
I like to just run by and throw stuff. And just,
yeah. Well, Doctor, if you ever want to have a, what do they call those? A deliverance from any demons that you encountered while engaged in that satanic ritual. I know some people. I live in St. Louis. That's actually where the exorcism movie actually occurred in real life. I know the protege of the priest who performed said exorcism. So
is he a Catholic?
I mean, those are the best exorcists in the world. So the answer is yes. I mean,
I think they're the only exorcists, aren't they? Unless
pretty much. Everybody else is like demons, whatever.
As I said, I believe that my Doctor of Divinity stuff means that I can do an exorcism.
Yeah, I mean, Satan totally agrees with you, dude. So you do your thing.
Is that like an internet certificate, or what does that mean?
Yeah,
I know someone who's a priest of dudism. Is that the same thing?
Similar. I don't know if you could do like a
serious. He's married like two people I've known.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's similar then. Like it's the same as like any of those things where you can get like
it's totally legit, dude.
Yeah, very spiritual.
It is.
It's like the University of the American Samoan. Online college.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can find the address if you want. Like,
here it is. True colors shown. Dr. Ben, Christianity isn't real. Don't worry. You spelled real wrong. Real. Don't worry. Keep following Cecil. He has Titty Mountain. What does God have? Nothing. That's what.
Yeah.
Well, there it is for you, folks. Real evidence.
Yeah. God doesn't even have titties. Jeez.
No, yeah, it didn't even show any. Like he says he's got Titty Mountain. Where is it? You know what I mean? Like, golly, gee willikers.
I'd have to see it to believe it. I think. I mean,
like those 70 virgins. Yeah, it's the similar thing.
Whoa.
Right. Thank you, Transylvania Jack. He knows. That's how you spell it.
I'm not sure I would want 70 virgins. I don't know. Like,
sounds like a handful, doesn't it? Like, it's
really? I gotta train
one
all
was
of you.
clingy enough.
Like, it'll be awesome.
Then they fall in
love.
love.
So awesome. One of these jihadists, they do like a kamikaze, and they end up, in the afterlife, and they encounter 70 virgins just for them.
Mm-hmm.
But they've taken on like a spiritual form and no longer have a body, so they can't do anything.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That's actually probably what dude, Carbon, that's actually probably the devil's little gotcha there at the end. I'll bet you.
No, what it is,
that's amazing.
Is it turns out the 70 virgins or 72 virgins or whatever are actually all the white incels from America that they blew up, right? So
every white Christian incel they blew up is now the guy. Here's his hairy butthole. Aaron, thank you so much for coming on tonight, dude. I really appreciate it. We've had a
Thanks
great
for having
talk.
me.
And I'm glad
Yeah,
I'm
fun.
glad I could drop out and come back in and we got all those issues fixed and now
Solved
we're
it.
having a real conversation. Well, here
Yeah.
it is. Here's JJ Trejulo at the very end with he just an inflammatory
JJ.
comment of Nick Fuentes. Thank you, JJ. Thank you for that.
Good to see you, JJ.
Look at what I have to look forward to, though. Look at the bottom there from the Church of Cecil's Kindness.
There's no version on Cecil's Titty Mountain, only horror. Fire-breathing, pole-dancing horrors. I know what I'd choose. Which means you also
he
get
gets it.
the clap. So congratulations to you, Dr. Ben, for having the clap and
you know
gonorrhea
what?
now.
Healthy people don't need a doctor. Okay, so that's
okay. Well, that's something. What's up, Jay?
Aaron?
How you doing, man?
Aaron, I'm figuring you're about to close out. So, Aaron, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah,
Good to
nice
have you
meeting
on
you.
here.
Thanks for having me on. This is fun.
When I didn't look. When does your campaign close? Like when would people?
I think we got another 28 days or something like that. And actually, I picked up a sale. So whoever you were, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm like 50 away from 3,500. So that's when we do the Empress Chibi. So thank you.
Very nice indeed. Very nice. Thank you, Aaron, for coming on. I don't know why. I don't know why Carbon thinks we're about to close out. I've like this never, generally speaking, doesn't happen like that where I would just.
You had that whole
close
other
out.
thing you were talking about.
We had that whole thing we were talking about, that whole thing about the Spider-Man. Oh no, it was the Fantastic Four, the new Fantastic Four footage. Have you guys seen that? God damn, it looks so good. Fine, the show's okay. Have a good night. Thanks, Aaron, for coming on.
Bye, guys.
Guys, have a good one.